Rusty Quill presents.
Push the Roll with Ross Bryant is an Ain't Slayed Nobody production and is intended for mature listeners only. Check the show notes for content warnings and please listen with care. Want to get involved? Back us on Patreon at Ain't Slayed Nobody and submit your ideas for our improvised games. Your suggestion just might inspire our next Call of Cthulhu adventure. Join today at patreon.com/ain'tslayed. If you're listening to this podcast, chances are that you like stories that are a little bit spooky, a little bit eerie, a little bit, dare I say, eldritch. The twisted minds over at Chaosium, the people that make the game we play on this show, Call of Cthulhu, are partnering with us to offer our listeners a special coupon code, PUSH15, for 15% off any Call of Cthulhu product, so that you can tell these kinds of stories with your friends. If you're new to the game, maybe check out the starter set or one of the classic scenario collections like No Time to Scream or Mansions of Madness. And if you're a longtime Cthulhu player whose sanity has been worn down to a nub by prolonged exposure to the cosmic forces of the mythos, maybe check out new releases like Cthulhu by Gaslight or The Sutra of Pale Leaves, which takes Cthulhu to 1980s Japan. Just go to chaosium.com and use our coupon code for Push the Roll, PUSH15. That's PUSH15.
Ya vienen los touchdowns. ¿Estás listo? Esta temporada de la NFL convierte las jugadas grandes en premios con DraftKings Sportsbook, un socio oficial de apuestas deportivas de la NFL. Descarga la app de DraftKings Sportsbook y usa el código HEART. Ese es el código HEART para recibir $200 en bonus bets al instante cuando hagas tu primera apuesta de $5. En colaboración con DraftKings, la corona es tuya. ¿Problemas con el juego? Llama al 1-800-GAMBLER. En Nueva York, llama al 877-8-HOPE-NY o envía un mensaje de texto con la palabra HOPE-NY al 467-369. En Connecticut, hay ayuda disponible para problemas con el juego. Llama al 888-789-7777 o visita ccpg.org. Juega responsablemente. En nombre de Boot Hill Casino and Resort, Kansas. Debe ser mayor de 21 años. Pueden aplicarse cargos en Illinois. La elegibilidad varía según la jurisdicción. No válido en Ontario. Las apuestas de bonos son de un solo uso. La apuesta no se incluye en las ganancias y caducan después de ser otorgadas. La oferta finaliza el 29 de septiembre 2025 a las 11:59 p.m. hora del este. Los términos en DraftKings.com/sportsbook/promos.
All right, so Ross, we talked about pushing the roll and what that might mean for the mechanics of the show. Of course, in Call of Cthulhu, when you push the roll, you're re-rolling and doing something a little more dangerously. So the results could be disastrous or spectacular. Mm-hmm. In the spirit of that, we're going to re-roll against our random table of Patreon titles to introduce a second title to the game.
Great.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
And now, Ross, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to reshape the whole thing, but just to incorporate this second title in an interesting way. And of course, the players can do that too. So we've rolled, and the next title comes from Duckling in Yellow on patreon.com/ain'tslayed. And the title is The Toll Collector.
Yes.
Oh, no.
The cosmos is a cyclopean infinity of chaos. Infinite branching paths stretching off to vistas in the distance that will drive the mind mad. Shall we shrink in the face of all this? Or will we climb aboard the chaos and ride it to the end, letting chance guide the way? This is Push the Roll. We're rolling dice against your Patreon suggestions to create improvised Call of Cthulhu adventures in real time, with themes of eldritch horror, the weird, the transhuman, the transmundane, the cyberpunk, the splatterpunk, the anything punk. We don't know until we roll. Anytime, any place, anything can happen when you push the roll.
I think what your little soiree needs, perhaps, is, I believe, what the Americans refer to as a séance?
Oh, Mr. Bastian, you are wicked. Yes, I think that's precisely what we need. How deliciously theatrical. Yes.
Well, in America, we mostly call it asking for trouble. Miss Windby, you must be have some experience in that area?
In seances, I mean, a lot of table knocking if you ask me, but I mean, It's worth giving it a shot. People have had stranger things happening. I mean, there's clearly something going on with this mirror, and maybe we can get to the bottom of it. I say I'm looking at it again, and I'm looking at Anna, and I'm looking at the mirror.
Yes, something going on. Are you... Now, I know of venerable objects of all sorts and extractions come into my possession. Why, those candlesticks right over there come from Norgate Abbey. Yes, I have all manner of beautiful, sacred objects that have found a more secular setting within my humble abode. Are you saying that this exerted some manner of power over you, Miss St. Clair? We're all modern people of the world. Don't tell me you really believe in that sort of thing.
Oh, as she looks at the head of her mallet, and it's clean. You know, it's not really a true mirror, so maybe it just distorts what you see, and, I don't know. You know, I saw something strange. I will just, again, I will be vulnerable. I saw myself looking so beautiful, but also using my mallet to beat someone. And I wasn't doing that here, but I saw it in the reflection. And there was someone over my shoulder, and I don't think I imagined it. But then how could that be? How could that be true? What does it mean? And I will look at all of my, mystery-solving friends, my Scooby-Doo crew, and be like, what does it mean?
It means that we should get on with the séance at once. This sounds marvelous.
Don't you want to look? That sounds really interesting.
Yes.
Do you mind, Lord Beerbaum, if we all take a peek?
You're all going to look.
Well, this, of course, my dear man, is why I brought you all here. Because I know that you, like me, are delvers into realms grotesque. So, yes, of course, look to your heart's content. As for you, Miss St. Clair, I fear that you have carried some previous shock into my party. I don't want you to cause a terrible scene, for I don't like scenes at my parties that I am not the center of.
Oh, no, of course. Of course not.
I'll have Stoker bring you around some sherry, and he exits the room.
Perhaps I shouldn't have spoken so freely in front of him, but I experienced something. I don't think it was in my mind, and, well, you three are the ones that I trust with everything strange and unusual. We've seen so much together.
Miss St. Clair, I believe absolutely that you saw what you say you saw. I think you'd lack the imagination to make it up.
Oh. Well, I think you're probably right about that, actually. I don't think I'm even offended. I think that's true. But I mean, look into it if you want, but just be careful. I don't want anything bad to happen to any of us.
Well, if I look, we'll know for sure because I have no imagination.
A large, darkly complexioned man walks into the room in sort of a black livery. He's got a crystal carafe on a silver tray. He sets it down and pours you a little glass of sherry.
Oh, thank you. I down it like in one. I don't sip it. I down it in one go.
Beerbaum sweeps back in the room. Yes, thank you, Stoker. Leave the bottle. I find it to be most soothing to the constitution.
Yes, indeed.
Now, you gave a little start about the derangement of your senses. I find it that this, too, provides a lovely languor to the senses. If sherry is not doing the job, Stoker has other things that may be able to cast a pall over your sensitive faculties.
No. Sherry is fine for me. I won't speak for everyone else, but this is quite sufficient, thank you.
Now, you said something about a séance. Do any of you feel equipped to execute this sort of thing?
Not in the slightest, my dear man, but that's never stopped me before.
And I'll say that you have, we've set this up at a little decadent soiree. If you want to enlist someone else, there might be someone else at this a party who might know something about the mirror or at least is capable of running a séance of the type that you're suggesting. But if you want to do it on your own.
Miss Windby, do you recognize anybody here that could maybe help us do this? Are you saying, Mr. Bastian, that we should perform the séance and then look into the mirror? Is that how you're seeing this play out?
Oh, no, I was suggesting that we make the mirror the focal point of the seance, that we use it to divine, we use it as a way to manifest the spirits, because I believe that is probably what its purpose was, and if not, well, it is now.
Fair enough.
To answer your question, I haven't recognized anybody in the party, but there were a lot of people hiding their faces with fans and in dark alcoves and whatnot, so if we take a look, we might be able to find somebody. There are a lot of people who are into that sort of thing, who go to these sorts of parties. We're sure to find somebody. Perhaps the Fox sisters are in attendance?
Ooh, wouldn't that be something?
And I did see a fellow with like a hypnotizing spiral mustache. Did you see that guy?
Yes, how does he get it to grow that way?
Exactly.
Wow. All these things are true. Yes. You got spiral mustache guy. You don't know how good of a medium he is. We put you to parties, so feel free to talk to as many people as you want. But the Fox sisters are definitely also there, whoever they are.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
Well, did you want to look in the mirror, or should we go out and see if there are any mediums about?
Well, I'm not going to know anybody here, so I'll take a peek in the mirror while y'all gallivant, whatever it is you do.
I feel that we should approach this with our own particular spirit of inquiry, because if we were to go out into the party and find a skilled medium, they would undoubtedly just guide us through some tedious table rapping. But here we have a chance to experience something truly other.
Do you want to try and run the séance in here with just us, ourselves? Is that what you're suggesting, Jasper?
Indeed, yes.
Oh, all right. Well, we could try.
Yes, I suppose we could try. Stoker, bring some candles. There's a good chap. And soon you've got the room fitted out with some candles all around you on the table. The mirror is under its velvet covering in the center of the circular table. The five of you are now seated around it as you were before. Stoker departs, leaving his sherry. Well, I've done, of course, as you say, Mr. Bastian. I've been a part of numerous seances. I've heard rappings, seen things float, seen ectoplasm produced from who knows where. But I'm not, as you say, a skilled medium. What are we to do? I suppose it starts by holding hands. And he reaches out for your hand, Bastian.
Which I take with enthusiasm.
Does anyone know ancient Greek? I think that's what is marked on the back. Maybe if we speak in ancient Greek, it'll awaken something.
Do any of you know ancient Greek?
Not a word.
Not unless that's language own.
Language own.
It's not language own.
I just need to know, does Miss Windby put the gloves on for the hand holding?
No, I take them off for the hand holding.
Okay.
I don't have Greek, and I know it's a completely different language, but I do have Latin as a language other. Different alphabet.
Different alphabet entirely. But you might be able to know something. I would let people roll. This is kind of a stretch of the use of it, but library use to kind of just read it.
Or perhaps for those of us with a classical education, as the British school system did at the time, perhaps just an education roll.
That's a great idea. Yeah, if you did a classical education, then yes, you'd have some knowledge of Greek. You might have translated some chunks of Xenophon or Socrates.
So I'll roll library use.
Silas knows it's writing.
I don't want to be the one to say it out loud, so I'll let either of you, Clair or Jasper, give it a try.
And I got a regular success on my education.
Same for library use.
Okay, so mine is 65 and I rolled a 57.
Yes, you too, upon close inspection of the reverse side of the glass, see, again, those like classical Greek letters, but there's something wrong about them. Of course, they're super stylized in the way that like extremely decorative calligraphy sometimes makes things illegible. But it's more than that. Your success tells you that, yeah, this is Greek, but you be hard-pressed to read it because it's backwards.
Oh. I pipe up and I say, odd question. Do you have an actual mirror? Like just a plain one?
Oh, of course, my dear woman, yes. There's not one in here, but if you care to come to my nearby bedchamber, if you wouldn't find it too cloying. I, of course, have several full-length mirrors. One must look at oneself during one's toilette, one's dressing, and when one is engaging in other activities.
Perhaps Stoker could maybe fetch a hand mirror so we could, keep in the room with the seance the energy. We don't want to disturb the energy in the room.
Oh, yes, if you insist, I'm afraid I do. It is a very fine mirror. There's one above my bed. And
Oh, well, what could that be used for?
Stoker!
I think at that point, Jasper colours bright red.
Yeah!
Stoker returns. Beer bomb's like, yes, to the toilette, Stoker, to the hand mirror. And in a moment, Stoker returns with a hefty metal hand mirror. It seems to be more decorative than it is useful, but it is fine. It's again, like every inch of it is covered with little floral motifs, but it is a proper hand mirror. The two mirrors are now side by side.
I will put my kid gloves back on. And I'm going to pick up the golden mirror and I'm going to hold it up to the hand mirror. But I'm not going to look at it. I'm going to look at Jasper. What does it say? Can you read it?
Oh, look, y'all, there's writing on that thing.
Oh, yes, Silas. You're just now noticing.
Jasper will cheerfully read this out loud, because nothing bad can happen there.
Nothing bad.
So you're facing the mirror to the reverse side.
Yes.
You look at the distended and curiously scrawled Greek on the back of the mirror, and you hold it up to the hand mirror, and it resolves now into its correct syntax. I'll let your education roll carry over, so you can now rudimentally kind of piece it out in your schoolboy Greek.
Yeah, the tenses will be completely wrong, but we'll work with what we have.
Be present, goddess, to thy suppliant's prayer, desired by all, whom all alike revere. Blessed, benevolent, with friendly aid dispel the fears of twilight's dreadful shade.
Ooh.
Wow.
That feels a bit ominous.
I do prefer Walt Whitman.
I may have to take a rubbing at this and publish it in the next issue of my journal.
If people can make a hard education roll or a regular occult roll, you might know something about this inscription.
Oh, I'll try an occult roll.
They're the same for me. Just regular success.
A regular success on occult, though.
Yeah, yes.
I got an extreme on education. I rolled an 8 under 65.
Amazing.
And I have just a hard success on education.
I rolled a 98, but happily my occult is 50.
Oh, damn it. Okay, great. So you got an extreme success, Anna St. Clair.
Yes. Oh, I just suddenly remember something buried deep inside from school.
From school. I want to say that this is school, but it maybe is not from a teacher, perhaps, or a tutor, a young teacher. I want to imagine years ago, the very young Anna St. Clair, and there is a tutor talking through some Greek, and you're vibing out, you're well into the night. Perhaps this is one of those unrequited crushes that the young Anna St. Clair.
He's just so lovely to look at. I would listen to him talk about Greek all night long. I just keep asking questions because the more questions I ask, the more answers he gives, and then the later we go, and Father doesn't mind. It's educational.
And that snatch of translated poetry that comes out of the mouth of Jasper Bastian strikes a chord in you, and you remember something very similar coming out of the mouth of, let's call him James Lindmore, your crush as a girl.
Oh, yes. I wonder what he's doing now.
One thinks of those old gods, could one really have believed them? But then, of course, there are the hymns of Orpheus, the Orphic hymns, some of the most ancient spell songs in the entire Western canon. Atropoic songs to Porphyria, to the stars, to Protagonis, and to Nyx, the mother of night. It is after he mentions that he intones some of these verses, and you hear, again in his voice, by fate's decree, you constant send the light to deepest hell, remote from mortal sight. For dire necessity which notwithstands, invests the world with adamantine bands. Be present, goddess, to thy suppliant's prayer, desired by all, whom all alike revere.
Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it?
And, yeah, and what you realize is what is inscribed on the back of this mirror is a prayer to Nyx, the elemental goddess of night.
I share this with the group. Oh, I have a sudden memory of a boy I loved, a man. I guess he was a man. Anyway, I believe this is calling out Nyx, the mother of night.
And you would know that you had an extreme success, right?
Yeah.
That Nyx is well known by her children, Hypnos, Moros, Nemesis, Eris, Charon. Nyx is sort of the wellspring of these sort of conceptual personifications of things like sleep and doom and retribution and strife and death.
I always looked back on my memory of learning this bit of poetry fondly, like it was something nice. But now, in hindsight, it seems as though this might be evil? Like it has to do with death and darkness and falling into a slumber, and I think we should tread very carefully.
Evil? Oh, delicious. Why, Master Bastian, it's rather like the memento mori of your illustrations, is it not?
Indeed, indeed.
Is love and beauty not more beautiful when set off by death and doom?
Indeed, and so much of what makes the world beautiful is deemed evil by this society in which we find ourselves trapped anyway. And can we not find the true roots of beauty, of transcendence, in what others would call evil?
Yes, Mr. Bastian. What society deems evil, there are those of us, the elect, know is transcendent beauty. He's gazing deep into your eyes.
And I give his hand a squeeze.
You know, but some things are just evil. You know, some things are just bad. You know, like hell. Bad place.
So how shall we proceed? I know as I said, I've done seances, but I've never run one.
Well, if we are to be perfectly honest, every medium I have met has been a flagrant charlatan. So why should we not throw ourselves into this endeavour with the same lack of care and wanton abandon as they do?
Yes, I find that paradox is often more truthful than plain veracity. Often when one aims at pantomime, one lands at opera. So let us begin our séance ironical, and who knows what we shall touch.
Marvellous.
So he takes the cover off of the mirror and I guess turns it over so that it's in the center of the table with its mirrored surface facing upright. If everyone kind of cranes over the table, you can see yourselves as if on the rim of a pool looking down into the dark surface of the glass. And he takes hands all around you. The candles burn in the dim light of the room. You're now kind of enclosed in it. You can smell the smoke of these fumigating candles all around. How will you proceed with your ad hoc ritual?
Yes, I'll just look into the mirror and say, Dark Mother, Mother of Night, show us what you have hidden in your depths of beautiful darkness.
Awesome.
I think trying to mimic Mr. Bastian, Watson will say, hey there, evil things. And he's also wondering, how did I get here?
The hell?
Why am I here?
Took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Exactly. Hey there, evil things. Reckon it's time we snipped your strings?
Great. I would love to hear intonations from everybody at the table.
All right. I sort of sit up straight and I go, Lady Nyx, if you are here, give us words of wisdom, dear, or else we'll have to leave. I don't know. And then she just sort of looks around like, I don't know what I'm doing. I don't believe in this shite.
Hypnos, Moros, Nemesis, Eros, and all the others. Reveal yourselves, show us the way to Nyx, your mother of night, and perhaps we shall see what shan't be seen when there is light. Oh, I don't even know where that came from.
The candles seem to gutter and waver. It was probably just a breeze, just a draft. You clutch one another's palms. You see your own reflections dimly there in the glass surface. Let's have you all roll power, that power roll.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
If this works, we'll never know which intonation it was that made it work. Oh, wow. I rolled a 100.
Oh, no, you fumbled.
Silas Watson rolled a 100? Okay, so that means something bad's going to happen.
Oh, excellent.
Oh, no. I have a regular success.
A regular success from Anna.
I have a 30 out of 60, so I guess hard success?
Yeah.
Hard success for Clair.
And I failed. Though I am perfectly willing to push if that's appropriate.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, dog.
Yeah.
This feels like a pivotal moment. I feel like you may. Yeah.
Yes. I think Jasper, feeling that he is perhaps not as receptive to the darkness as he might be, is going to reach into his pocket and pull out a little vial and drip a few drops of tincture of hashish into his mouth.
Yeah,
Great.
open that mind.
Wonderful. Yes, make that pushed roll, and let's see if your Popeye-like use of hashish gives you super occult powers.
It does not. It really does not.
Oh no!
Okay,
I think we must be holding hands at this moment.
all right. It's so early, and you're already fumbling with your interactions with cryptic artifacts. Who knows how long this session will be? Okay.
Fumbles don't always have to be that bad, Ross.
We don't have to die yet. We don't have to lose our minds quite yet.
Okay, just seeing here, the nature of the misfortune or bad luck of a fumble is at the keeper's discretion. So, just so we all know who to blame. Let's deal with the successes first. The room is dark. Deeper into the dark, reflective surface of that mirror. It feels as though you're moving towards the sort of meniscus of a pool of water that sort of bulges up, its surface tension keeping it with a dome-like shape. You pierce that surface and are inside looking at your reflection. You see your reflection again, Anna. And once again, you see yourself perhaps as you have wished to see yourself at your moments of deepest uncertainty and self-recrimination. When your crush, Mr. Linmore, came to you and took your hand and looked into your eyes.
Yes.
And told you that he was going to propose marriage to someone else.
Oh, of course. I'm so happy for you.
Perhaps that night you were just, after seeing her, seeing the banality of her conversation, but seeing the radiance of her beauty.
She doesn't even know anything about ancient Greek. She's so beautiful.
How you wished you could have just had some small part of that physical allurement that some people are blessed with by the hand of chance, and how perhaps a part of you that you barely even know is there, that just whispers down in the basement of your consciousness, telling you that you would smash her face to pieces to have some part of her beauty.
Perhaps I realize in this moment that the person who I saw before, who I had smashed to bits, her face in, was her.
Yes.
And that's right, because now I have a little bit of her beauty.
Yes. And you deserve it. You're the one who deserves it. This isn't just the way it should be. This is a settling of accounts, a pushing the hand of chance.
Yes.
This is retribution. This is nemesis.
Oh.
We'll leave it there. You got a hard success, Clair Windby. You're already a rather statuesque beauty. 45, a widow. Do you think you get a lot of suitors these days?
There are certainly a lot of men who try, but ever since Roger passed away in that unfortunate canoe accident in Canada, my heart simply doesn't have space for another.
Excellent. I love it. Yes, your heart doesn't have space for another. There are certainly those who try, though. So you maybe pour yourself more into your work, into the delights and affections of the mind and your sort of occult travels, decadent places like this. But you're aware that because of your delvings into occult lore and also your love of beautiful things, that glamour is in itself a form of magical potency. And how enticing it would be to have even more of that glamour for yourself. How much more powerful, how much more influence you could have, how much more you could overtake such rivals as Jessup and Coke.
I could add a whole second level to my shop and fill it with items far as the eye can see.
Yes, as far as the eye can see, you see yourself beautiful, radiant, perhaps 20 or so years younger as you were when Roger was still alive, in the first flush of your romance. And there you are, fulfilled in that wonderful way. It could be yours again. You see the blush in your cheek, the radiant sheen of your hair in the sunlight, and you see the magic circle that you've drawn on the floor. You see the blood in a small silver dish that you have placed there, the offering that you have made to Nyx, which allows you to kill people at a distance, that you have the experience of growing younger because you know that both Jessup and Coke are at this very moment withering, choking, dying in agony as their blood turns to foam in their bodies while yours pumps like the pounding of the heart of a lover inside you as you intone the ancient Greek spells of Nyx. As you overwhelm them with the power of Thanatos.
Very cool.
Let's have you both roll sanity based on these little experiences.
Oh, no. Okay.
The good outcomes are scary. I'm so scared, Ross.
Yeah.
I got a 67
Is that a failure?
out of 60.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can you use luck on sanity rolls or no?
No.
No, I didn't think so. I have a 37 under 48, so I'm a regular success.
A 37 under 4. You're a regular success.
Yes.
And you were a failure, Claire?
I am a failure, yes. I'm a failure.
Let's rephrase.
I'm sorry, let me rephrase. You failed just this once, but you're
Just once.
you're thriving. Every day is a journey.
Thank you. I feel so seen.
It's the journey, not the destination. And yeah, you okay, great. So you just take 2 more points of sanity loss, Anna, for that.
Okay.
You take, I'm sorry to say, 4 points of sanity loss, Claire.
Oh, no.
As you feel the enticements to delve deeper into these occult communications with forces beyond the ken of mortals, because they have such gifts to impart on those that pay them homage. No, Silas and Jasper, you both fumbled. That's fun. Which you rolled? Did you say you rolled a 100, Jasper?
I rolled the 100 and Scott failed a push.
Yeah.
Oh, for failed a push.
Yeah.
These are both real bad. Let's do.
Yeah.
God, wow, they're awful.
He says with a grin.
Oh, no.
I'll deal with the fumble first. Silas, you you go into the mirror, in. See yourself staring back at you. You're a strong, graying at the temples, picture of rugged 19th century manhood. Yeah, just see the angles of your face standing out all the more, the planes of your face all the more gorgeous. And see yourself there admiring your own beauty in the water. You were a youth looking at your beauty in the water, looking back at you. God, it's so beautiful. You would almost like to kiss yourself. It's a tragedy that you can't enfold yourself in your arms as you gaze at yourself in the water. What is this water? Is it the mirrored surface of the mirror itself? Because you look up and you realize that you're on a boat. Is it a canoe on the surface of Lake Huron?
Oh, God.
No, it is not. It is a boat, though, on a surface of water. And there is a figure at the stern as you turn around, poling the depths of this water. Its face is utter darkness, darkness incarnate. The cloak it wears hangs on it with the weight of stone as it pulls the water on the surface of this body of water that seems to go off in every direction. And you are suddenly struck with the maddening realization that you are somehow both inside and outside, that the expanse that extends above you in every direction is impossibly large and yet enclosed. It is though you are underground, experiencing agoraphobia and claustrophobia at the same moment. The cyclopean size of this cavern that you are in just like shocks your senses as you realize you are being rowed inexorably onward towards a consummation that must come. It is coming. You are on a river, all right. You are on a river that only flows one way. Death is coming. Charon is rowing. And,
no.
Yeah, roll sanity.
Yeah. Well, I don't have anything to pay the toll. Let's see. Let me roll here. Oh, boy. I failed.
Oh, you failed, did you?
71 over 65.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, no.
We're all mad here.
God, you got lucky. That's 4 points of sanity loss.
Ooh, okay.
But I will say that you are not, unlike Anna and Claire, there's not a part of your consciousness that's still in the room of Lord Alfred Beerbaum. You are on the boat.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, no.
Jasper Bastian.
Yes.
The hashish is hitting your bloodstream and you tumble into the surface of the mirror. You realize that you are suddenly, your hands are standing out in stark relief as you look at yourself. And you're not dressed in your kind of Victorian topcoat. You're dressed in a flowing, gaudy Grecian tunic that flows in sinuous lines off of your wrist as you realize you are in one of your own illustrations. The curly cues of your hair extend off like little filigrees. There are tiny little bulbous putty and cupids frolicking around you. A little nymph scampers by, pursued by a lustful satyr. And you are there in this sort of like Art Nouveau animated world of black and white. And the black stands out distinctly. The darkness of your ink, a palpable darkness, as in this sylvan grove that you have illustrated and somehow found yourselves in. You are aware of the presence, as you said, of death, of memento mori, that et in Arcadia ego, here I am as well. And even the little satyr is pointing, leering at you, pointing into the wood, into the grove, the magical grove where the genius of the place waits for you. There is something in here waiting for you. As you are lost in your own dream, Oneros is taking over your mind. The darkness is beginning to move out of the wood towards you. It is darkness incarnate, dream and nightmare reaching towards you. And you are maybe the only one who sees as the hand that is reaching towards you is now reaching out of the mirror in front of you, as all of you now are aware of a ebon black hand, as if coming out of a surface of a body of water, coming up out of the mirror, and its long jagged nails carving into the wood on the lacquered surface of the table. Please make a sanity roll, Jasper.
Oh, well, I mean, just to make things worse.
You please.
Well, I think given the inspiration I've been seeking and seeing this hand of pure darkness and nightmare coming out of the mirror, as I'm descending into madness, I'm reaching out and grabbing the hand. And
it interlaces with your fingers and it is pulling you back.
Oh, and I'm trying to pull it out.
Yeah, pulling.
Oh my God.
The rest of you see suddenly, Jasper, except you, Silas, still awash on waters.
Of course.
Okay, Anna, Clair, and Lord Alfred Beerbaum. Actually, let's see his role here.
I did actually pass my SAN roll, sadly.
Oh, nice.
Okay,
Ooh.
great. You just lose 2 points of sanity.
Okay.
And Anna and Claire, you can shake this off for a moment, but you still feel that compulsion. Both of you, please exchange a point of constitution for a point of appearance.
Oh, I'm getting so beautiful yet so weak. Yeesh, my con is on a 38.
Uh-oh. You turn and see, one, Silas Watson is staring into the middle distance, his pupils unfocused and dilated. As what do you think you're muttering to yourself, audible to the others?
I think he's probably like, I don't pay no ferryman unless I know where I'm going.
Oh.
You turn to your perhaps right and you see Lord Alfred Beerbaum holding his own hand like it's the hand of someone beloved and just like kissing it as he's almost like making out with himself. But of course, you may be clocked out only for a second because there is a hand made of corporeal darkness trying to pull Jasper Bastian into the mirror. Make a strength roll, Jasper.
No, appropriately enough, I failed that one. I think I'd like to try to find a way of pushing this, however, because Jasper isn't the strongest of people and is perhaps succumbing to just the inevitability of this. But at the same time, this to him is the inspiration he's been seeking. This is the culmination of his, admittedly at this stage, rather short life's work. And he wants to see this manifest. So, I've got a terrible idea for pushing this role, which is feeling myself losing this battle. I'm going to reach behind and grab one of the candlesticks and use it to smash the mirror and release this thing.
Great. You were able to grab it because this thing is incredibly strong. And I won't even tell you its level of success, but the rest of you see the hand closed around Jasper's wrist. And suddenly his hand and part of his forearm are disappearing into the mirror as it continues to kind of work its way up his arm as if he's being plunged into dark water. But now the candlestick is in his hand, ready to smash.
Yeah.
Other people have agency, but yeah, go ahead and make your, I guess you could call this a fighting brawl, I suppose.
Yeah. Let's push with something that I'm even worse at than I am at strength. Fantastic.
Great, yeah. Because you're not just using strength now. This is a maneuver. So go ahead and crack that mirror with that candlestick.
And if that had been a strength roll, it would have been a success. But as a fighting brawl roll, not so much.
Oh, no.
Oh, the hubris of those in the thrall of extra-dimensional entities sometimes comes back to haunt them.
Well, that's all right, because I'm an athlete, and what am I good at but swinging at things? And I see this, and I go, ah! And I grab my croquet mallet, and I will also try and smash at the hand, try and get it with my croquet mallet, try and get it to let go of Jasper.
Okay. But we got to get the consequences of this failed push first.
Got it.
Oh, yeah.
The candlestick comes down on the obverse of the mirror, the surface of that dark stone, boom, and it cracks. A spider web of shivers runs across it, and you hear, now all of you hear like a... as suddenly the room gets like 30 degrees colder.
Oh, no.
And the arm is still on yours, but now you get the sense that it is not pulling you in. It is using your body as leverage and purchase to come out.
Marvelous.
Oh.
I think you're going to take some damage here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's 3 points of damage as you feel, oh God, to do this to an illustrator, terrible irony, as you feel your hand and wrist start to get crushed under the grip of this thing.
Ooh. Oh dear.
You're going to swing your croquet mallet at the hand, you said?
At the hand, trying to get it to let go of Jasper.
Please do. Make a fighting brawl roll with your mallet. Roll your mallet skill.
Come on, let's go. Aye! No, it's a fail. It's a 63 over 55.
Cool. I like that.
I don't, Ross. I don't like it.
Here's how I'll judge that. You swing at the hand. You are sure that you're about to connect, but it seems to kind of move without you even perceiving it, just a little to the right, and your hammer comes down and thwacks the table.
I never miss.
Beer Bomb is like, steady on, as he's like continuing to like suckle at his own finger. And Silas, you hear a voice behind you in the boat, in this space that makes your whole inner ear kind of reel. Not yet, but soon. Two skeletal dark fingers point at you and just like towards where its eyes would be. Remember your payment. And you're back in the room.
Oh, man. He'll be gripping his revolver with white knuckles without even realizing it in the holster. His coat might even be a little bit damp, and he has like a slightly brackish smell. Is that another sanity check, Ross?
Yeah, I like that idea.
And I'll pass this one. I think Silas, realizing he's back in the room, is going to light a cigarette.
The calming power of tobacco means that there's no sanity loss from this little interaction with Charon.
We have Mr. Bastian playing out an old version of Reefer Madness while I'm kind of building up the powers of smoking tobacco.
Yes. So suddenly there's a little extra light in the room as a lighter flares, or perhaps you just light it off a candle. Claire, is there anything you'd like to be doing?
Can I do like an occult check? Like, have I seen anything like this before where the like temperature drops and spider webs and like hands coming out, like to maybe know what to do in this kind of situation?
Yes, make an occult roll. I love that.
Absolutely. All right. Oh, that's a fail. I got an 85 out of 65.
Oh, no.
You could always push.
Or spend lots of luck.
Yes.
Or spend
100%.
luck.
So I'm going to spend, math, 25 of my luck. That brings me down to 50.
Wow, must be nice.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's a lot of luck.
That is a lot of luck, but this looks like a bad situation.
Okay, so that just gets you down to a regular success.
Yes.
Okay. Over the course of your time dealing with strange and curious, spiritually infused objects, and in reading up on them, and indeed of like what you've learned of like scrying mirrors. Scrying mirrors were, especially in like the Renaissance and later, used as a way to communicate with spirits, especially angels. Like it's a way of trying to make contact with the angelic court and get some advice about the future or the shape of things to come. But of course, this always comes with dangers because there are eliders, maybe other spiritual forces that may pose as angels that can communicate with you as well. But what you know of scrying mirrors is that it's rare that you use them on your own. You often have to prepare a pretty elaborate ritual space for them to be potent. And you get the sense that the candles in this room, the fumigating fire around this mirror, are in a way making it more powerful. They are in a way inscribing a ritual circle around it.
Oh.
And you may be able to disempower it somewhat by snuffing out the candles. But whatever is coming out of this thing might stop other things from coming out of it. But the door has been opened by breaking the glass.
Oh, no.
no.
That realization comes to you in a flash. And how do you want to snuff the candles?
So they're in a circle around us or like on the table or?
Yeah, let's say there are like 6 candles in this little room all around you.
Okay. I assume I'm still holding people's hands. I'm going to drop their hands and like jump out of the chair like backwards, knocking it back. And I'm going to be like, the candles, get rid of the candles. And I'm just going to like fucking, pardon my French, I'm going to run over there and just like knock it to the ground and stamp on it because I can't think of anything else to do in the panic.
Yeah, I don't think you need to roll anything to actually put out candles. Cool. I will make you roll luck to see if you set the house on fire.
Yeah, yeah.
Fantastic.
Fair. Okay, all right.
Virginia, you're getting the full Call of Cthulhu experience now.
Amazing.
Oh, yes.
That's a fair. Question. So it's from my current or from my starting point?
Very much for your current.
Current. Yep, that's a fail. It's a 73 out of 50.
Ooh.
That's one of my favorite rounds of all time. You spend a lot of luck to know how that works, but then, of course, luck comes in handy in these situations. So, yes, the candles are you sweep them off of their candlesticks. The heavy silver of their ornamental stands goes rattling to the floor. But one of the candles rolls over to a little patch on the floor where the wallpaper is sort of peeling up, and suddenly...
The arsenic wallpaper!
And suddenly, the candle is out, but the wall is beginning to go up in flames.
Yes! Oh, no.
Amazing.
So this thing pulling on you, Jasper, is now pulling up, and there's another hand coming out of the mirror, and what you're looking at is this little black circle set in gold in the center of the table. But now it looks for all the world like just a hole in space. And 2 large, dark arms are coming out of it. One of them has Jasper Bastian's arm pinned beneath it, as it seems to be attempting to lift its bulk up out of the mirror.
Oh, Jasper is largely...
The wall's on fire.
The wall's on fire.
Jasper is largely oblivious to all of this. He is looking at his hand that's being crushed by this monstrosity and just wailing. I'm ruined, I tell you.
It comes out. Shoulders seem to balloon up out of the mirror. When I say shoulders, when I say head, please see these very much in scare quotes, because this is humanoid, but it is not human. To use a Lovecraftian turn of phrase, this is a blasphemy. This large, 3 times the size of a human skull rises out of this thing, and now suddenly you're looking at just the obsidian black torso and arms and head lifting up out of the table itself, it seems. And I want to say, Jasper Bastian, as you're weeping and wailing, the head turns to you and you hear something in a language you don't understand, as it's just like, "Id on igrum hypnos." And where eyes would be, begin to burn with the light of stars, transfixing you in a hypnotic or oniric gaze. Why don't you roll power?
Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Oh, that is a hard success.
Cool. It also gets a hard success. So it is the only light in this room is now coming from a wall that is increasingly becoming consumed in flames as highly toxic vapor is billowing up out of it. But the only other source of light is Jasper Bastian's face, which seems to be caught in like high beam headlights as the star eyes of this thing are just burning out at it. And the 2 gazes just kind of regarding each other across a span of dimensions. What would the rest of you like to do?
Anna is thinking about that woman she's imagined bashing to bits, and James Linmore, and something's coming out of the mirror because we said a phrase, and what if I could make it go backwards if I said the poetry backwards? I don't know. Am I even capable of doing that?
That's an amazing idea. I love that.
So Anna's gonna try to remember, again, the bit of basically poetry that her tutor had said to her that was also inscribed on the back of this mirror, and see if she can figure out how to pronounce it backwards in the hopes it will get this creature to go back into the mirror.
I absolutely love that. That rocks. I mean, that seems, you're almost doing a spell. You're doing
I guess, it kind of is.
You're surrendering to the ritual logic of this scenario.
Yeah.
And I say give it a shot. Let's roll intelligence.
Okay.
That will be your ability to both recall and reverse recite the Greek that was told to you years ago. So this will necessitate an extreme success.
Oh, gosh. Okay, so I have to roll a 14 or lower.
I'm sorry it's hard, but that's a hard thing to do.
Oh, come on. I rolled a 78, so...
You can, of course, push.
I'm gonna try and push this. So and I can't think of it. And so I just closed my eyes very tightly, and I pictured James Linmore's face and how I was looking actually at his mouth the whole time because it was so nice.
Yes. Just imagine like an off-brand Hugh Grant looking at you and chatting with you.
So if I can picture the movements of his mouth and play it, which I was focusing on, and play it backwards, maybe that'll help me. So I try and redouble my focus, thinking about the shape of his mouth.
Yes.
You know, I get accused of always trying to have a crush on someone in every game I play, and I'm realizing it's obviously a pattern. Come on. No, 67. Why? I failed.
Okay.
I can't do it. It's a regular success.
A failure on a push.
Oh, Anna St. Clair, what will become of you?
So you were trying your best to sort of do a very difficult thing, to remember a snatch of ancient Greek you were told and recite it backwards. And you're trying, you're doing your level best. It's not quite right. But something has heard you.
Oh, no.
I think what has happened here is not that you have managed to compel this thing that is currently attempting to do something to Jasper Bastian, that has Jasper and this thing have each other in a mesmeric standoff. But something else has heard you, Anna St. Clair. The glass, the stone, the dark obsidian surface of this mirror suddenly just like explodes. Shards of it are scattering and skittering across the room that is now mostly smoke. The wall is very much on fire. The other wall is probably catching as well. This thing that has Jasper Bastian in its gaze, its torso rises up out of its little prison, wherever it was, this little gate that you have cracked open. It rises up out of it and is now standing up on the table, just the floodlights of its gaze like bearing down on Jasper Bastian, and something else now floats up out of the mirror.
No.
It is unrestrained because your push has bursted with your reverse spell. What has come out of the mirror is you, Anna St. Clair.
Oh, no.
It's a gorgeous, sublimely beautiful version of you. You know how, like, when you go to the county fair and you get your character done, it's always a distortion of all the things you're most insecure about? This Anna St. Clair is that in reverse. Every insecurity that you have is filed off and perfected in the absolute gorgeous visage that you see stepping out of the mirror. This version of you is not dressed in a plunging neckline and a fine Victorian skirt. It is dressed in like a Greco-Roman sorceress. A dark cloak billows diaphanously around her as she seems to like levitate out of the mirror and loom over you. Everybody needs to roll sanity. There are like two enormous things in this room now.
Fair.
I'm changing dice, by the way.
Oh.
I failed that one.
Extreme success. Let me tell you about cigarettes, folks.
I failed.
I got a regular success. Thank goodness.
Oy vey. That's 4 points of sanity loss for everybody who failed, including our friend Lord Alfred Beerbaum. Those of you who succeeded, the stoic Silas Watson with the psychologically affirming power of rich Virginia tobacco only loses 2 points of sanity.
Just so you know, I am 4 points away from being just insane. I've lost 6 total points, and a fifth of my starting sanity is 10, so...
Yeah.
Oh dear,
I might lose it.
I'm 2 points away from indefinite insanity.
Somebody give a group luck roll to see if the door's locked.
Oh, no. Okay.
I only have 23 points of luck, and I haven't been rolling well.
Ooh.
Oh, no. I can't. I'm so upset. I rolled a 100.
We're done for.
How is this happening?
The dice have a story they want to tell.
The fire has spread.
I'm sorry, everyone.
You are suddenly perhaps all aware of the blinding heat in this room as the walls are just consumed in flame. The extremely flammable wallpaper has caught. Acrid, poisonous smoke is filling up this room. For a moment, you hear hands pounding on the door, like, Lord Alfred! Lord Alfred! And suddenly you hear, like, some structural element from outside give way and break. And I think that terrible, like, luck roll means that not only is the door locked, there's something holding it closed. Like a support beam has, like, crushed itself against. This is an interior room, but maybe I will say there is a window if you throw open a huge, heavy curtain. Which is, the curtain's on fire as well, let's be real. But this room is definitely on an upper story. And this is the situation. The room is on fire, you're pinned inside. The only way out is through a window, or perhaps there are other gates and doors in this room as well.
Yes.
Oh my.
Oh boy.
Right across America, people listen to the Tony and Ryan podcast every day. I'm Ryan, this is my best friend Tony.
Howdy.
No, we're Australian, they're from the US.
G'day.
Perfection. But don't just take our word for it. Andrew's in Washington. Why do you love the podcast, Andrew?
Well, I do love some hot, fun garbage.
And you're a big member of our podcast community as well.
Feel like you're in the conversation, you can laugh with them, and then you can get into the community and have all the same jokes and chat with other people too.
Get your brain break daily with us, Tony and Ryan.
Thanks so much for listening to Push the Roll with Ross Bryant, an Ain't Slayed Nobody production. You can follow me on Instagram at RossBB, and if you enjoyed the show and want to shape future episodes, join us over on Patreon at Ain't Slayed Nobody. Find us at patreon.com/Ain't Slayed. Subscribe, submit your title ideas, and help decide where our next roll takes us. Catch you next time.